Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you are finally coming out of the winter portion of your life. Coming out of the darkness and slowly but steadily into the light. And with Saturn entering Aries, you've entered a new phase, and that new phase is springtime. Welcome to the springtime portion of your life, babe. Aries initiates spring, and you are finally coming out of the cold winter Saturn and Pisces phase and into the warmth of Saturn and Aries. And I promise you, it's about to get so fucking good. Hey Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. What's up? It's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2025. Hydrate, light it if you need it, babe. Cheers to you. Welcome to fucking spring. The rest of us have been here for a little while, but finally you get to arrive. Your ruling planet being in the last winter sign. Pisces is the mutable sign that turns winter in and or that ends winter and ushers in spring, but Aries season initiates spring. And so you have the Saturn being in Aries, like, this is it. This is not a drill. This is what we train for. You ready? Like, the springtime of your life has arrived. Whole new cycle, whole new energy. You know, later in the year, he's going to retrograde and go back into Pisces and then start his full transit. But we'll worry about that when we cross it. We'll get to that bridge when we cross it. Right now, anchor the fuck in. What do you want to initiate? In what areas can you be way more spontaneous or impulsive? What needs to be pioneered in your life? Where can you be more childlike and youthful and jovial? That is the thing with Saturn ruled people. It's like, thanks for all the trauma, but you know, in the beginning of life, but Saturn helps you age in reverse. Being ruled by Saturn means you had a pretty serious childhood or had more responsibility in your childhood than the average bear. And the older that you get, the more youthful, playful, childlike you get. And so Saturn going into Aries is initiating that playful side of things. Your relationship with people with Aries placements are going to change as well. I just feel like this is a whole new you. That transition from Pisces to Saturn is the ultimate death, the ultimate resurrection. You're Jesus. Like, I mean, I'm sorry to be blasphemous, but you know, that's what it's like. It's, you know, coming back to life. New year, new me. And Saturn in Pisces really wants you to get clear about who are you and what are you ready to do about it? Who are you now? And what are you ready to do about it? After winter has been here, now springtime has arrived, and it's a different you, it's a different ball game. And so let's clear out all that funky ass energy and welcome in my benevolent ancestors, Mother God, Father God, Mother Earth, thanking you for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Excuse me, confirmation burp for Gemini season 2025. Baby. Oh, I just saw the Seven of Pentacles and then the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay, okay, okay. You've already put the work in. You've already invested. And now I feel like it's the divine's opportunity to like give back to you. That's the thing about spring. Everything is like bursting to come through the soil and come to light. And like there's this urgency, the pace of life picks up. Think of all the Aries people you know in your life. You know how they move, how they operate, how driven, how like laser focused or, fast cars and freedom they can be. I feel like that's the energy that you're leaning into, that you finally get access to, babe. Like, whew. I think this is going to hit real hard for Capricorn suns and Capricorn risings, but Capricorn moons, y'all can still get it too. You know, you still have access to this energy too. I feel like for Capricorn moons, it's like emotionally springtime, emotional resurrection. That can be a lot too. All right. So, welcoming in the most useful, helpful, divinely aligned. Hydrate, light it if you need it. Welcoming in the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Gemini season 2025. Breathe. Six of Wands reversed. I actually like this. I feel like work is slowing down. Your desire to like be the best and be blah blah, like all of that may finally take a back seat, and you get to just like free flow for a minute and have fun. First thing to be clarified on the selenite throne is, what direction are you going in? What's going on with harmony in regards to your body? There may be somebody with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements that is going in a very different direction than you thought that they would, or going in a different direction than you wanted them to. Your career may be going in a different direction than you thought it would or than you wanted it to. I feel like the Six of Wands reversed. Ooh, sorry for the mic noises. The Six of Wands reversed for you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry. Six of Wands reversed for you guys. I just feel like it feels like an appropriate slowdown. Like your number one priority in life isn't like ultimate success and conquering the world and world domination. Like it's finally like heart centered, and you're able to have some fun. You're able to fuck off for a little bit and just go play and like be in the sunshine and receive your flowers when they come to you. I just feel like there's a flow versus some of you may not be getting the recognition that you want. You may not be getting the work offers that you want, and I feel like that's actually working in your favor. You need to slow down. You need to smell the roses. You need to fucking play. You need to be operating from a heart-centered place, not from just ambition, goals, dreams, climb, strive, force. You know what I mean? Power, authority, structure, discipline. Like, you need a break. You need a break from that. And I feel like Gemini season is giving you a break from that. The Queen of Cups and the Hangman. For some reason, I feel like I need to just get them all out. Final two cards, final two messages for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Who else got the Hangman? I think Sagittarius. Okay, so what this feels like is some of you are, hold on, final two cards. Thank you. Seven of Pentacles. Final card, final message, please. And the Eight of Swords with the Judgment card on the bottom of the deck. You're not going to be comfortable with the slowdown. It's a different pace. This is a completely different pace of life. And I feel like some of you are moving to this very heart-centered, nature-based, like get back in touch with your heart, get back in touch with your nature, with the nature that's around you. Um, Making sure that you're not seeking external validation, that your source of validation and your worthiness is derived from this internal knowing of how fucking dope you are. The Queen of Cups coming out lets me know there may be somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, specifically Pisces placements, that has you stuck. Some of you may be feeling deep in your feelings. Your intuition is raising. You're becoming more emotionally intelligent, more sensitive, more creative, more intuitive. And some of you may be feeling quite stuck. There could just be a need to pause, a need to let go, a need to understand the reset. You're not done with what, you haven't learned all the lessons from Saturn and Pisces. And they get revealed, they get unveiled in Gemini season. I feel like there's still this halt, this like, is it safe to go? Is it safe to move? The center of the reading being the Hangman lets me know that there's something there around um you need to slow down. You need to take a pause. Not everything requires action. There's something about understanding how the Hangman can usher in a different perspective. Like you being upside down, you being uncomfortable, you'll start to see life from a different vantage point, from a different viewpoint. The center of the reading, the center of or the crux, the objective of Gemini season for you, I feel like is to actually get you to slow down, get you to stop and smell the roses, getting you to really clarify what you've been investing in, what you've invested your time, energy, and money and youth, and what are the things that you value. I just feel like there's there's been some stuff that you've been blind to. When the closer we get to Cancer season, which is your shadow season, you're going to start to see what thought processes have held you back. You're going to start to see like kind of the holes in your thinking or in your thought process. There you're going to start to see that um it's almost like a snake eating its own tail, a dog chasing its own tail, that kind of thing. And you're in judgment on the, oh damn, I'm gonna show you this because I love you. Damn. Okay. Judgment is on the bottom of the deck, and I feel like the writing is on the wall. You have to make a decision. In Gemini season, you're acquiring the facts, you're getting the things that you need, you're getting these new perspectives so that you can start to tap into what your true soul's mission is, what your true vocation is, your soul's work. There's like a reckoning coming for some of you. There is this revelation, a deep spiritual awakening, a deep aha moment. Some of you have been in the wrong industry. Some of you have made a lot of money in the wrong industry. Some of you are supposed to be being way more creative, way more artistic, but it's going to require you to face your fears. I'm diving a little bit into the Patreon plunge here, but I'm going to show you this because I love you and it's springtime and your ruling planet's in my sign and I love you. But be sure to come over and join my ethical cult over there. We are going to clarify all of these cards. There's all kinds of astrological content. There's a tier for daily readings. You can also buy your sun, moon, or rising individually if you're not trying to gang squad up. Though you should. But bottom of the deck, judgment. The divine is calling you. You are the devil card. The devil card is Capricorn. The divine is asking you to remember. There are parts of you that have atrophied. There are parts of you that have died that are being brought back to life, that are being resurrected. And it requires you to face your fears, face your shadows. And if you decide to, the divine will give you this influx of physical, spiritual, and sexual energy that you need to face your shadow. The divine will give you the right resources, the lovers. It'll give you the right people in your life. You'll be having the right conversations that will lead to these profound aha moments, which is going to cause you to lay to rest this old version of yourself that you've been avoiding releasing. Some of us have been in this, like, this is what I know, so this is what I got to keep doing. Hydrate. And yes, some of you you're gonna stay in the same industry. You're gonna keep doing what you're doing, but I feel like now you're starting to understand there's a deeper call. There's a call for way more creativity. There's a call for way less numbing. I want you with the Hangman at the center of the reading. Some of y'all are drinking too much, smoking too much, playing too many video games, going to the gym too much. You're doing something to numb, essentially, or there's some variation of escapism, or there's some drama with a fucking Pisces that could really, um, I feel like, eat up your energy. There may be somebody with Pisces placements in your life that is like a energy vampire in a bit of a way, or they suck up a lot of your money, or you're spending a lot of money on them. Um, and I feel like you're trying to pull back from that situation, and they're not gonna see it clearly, or they're not gonna see it your way. So you may have to choose: are you going to stay stuck in that connection with the Pisces, or are you going to, let them stay in their confused state, and you move into "I said what I said" mode? Um, Only one major arcana out, and that's in the center of the reading. So I feel like the center, the crux of Gemini season is like, hey, what's going on with shame? What's going on with embarrassment? What's going on with humiliation? What's going on with guilt? How did you get caught up in this? Why are you caught up in this? What was your role? How did you get so caught up in this? Whatever that is for you, there's something that's coming where I feel like you're going to notice, damn, I'm a little stuck in quicksand, or I'm in a shitty situation, or there could even be something where you're realizing like how much you punish yourself, or like there could be an awareness of really negative self-talk, or there's something going on with your mental health. Saturn in Pisces was like, yo, you need to have a mental health routine, you need to have a spiritual practice. You already know that. Now it's time to actually do something about it, and Saturn in Aries is going to help you initiate it. I feel like Saturn in Pisces helped you identify the problems. Aries requires action, and so Saturn in Aries is going to like initiate that action, or gonna like show you what actions to take. And I don't think it's more work, babe. I don't even necessarily think for a lot of you it's an industry change. I just think that there's something here about a new mindset. Are you operating from a place of passion? Do you know how dope you are? Do you know your gifts, your skills, your talents? I say it all the time. Capricorns are some of the most intuitive, the most slept on intuitives of the zodiac. Y'all be knowing. But it's like you ignore yourself because your intuition speaks by way of bodily responses. I think a lot of people, I say this in sessions, a lot of people think that intuition is this like woo woo, that's so Raven thing that happens outside of you, when it's often like, why does my stomach hurt? Why are my palms sweating all of a sudden? Why do I feel so drained every time I hang out with that person? Or why don't I feel like I can fully be my whole self? Like, pay attention to your bodily responses, especially when you're around, when you're around people, especially new people. Pay attention to what your body is telling you. Gemini season is going to be a nice slowdown, is going to be a nice rerouting for you. And I feel like it puts you in this position for you to start to tap back into your creative and spiritual gifts. There's something about you recognizing how dope you are, how amazing you are, what you bring to the table, how creative you are. Some of you used to be very, very creative, and you stopped being creative, and now it's time to get back on the horse. Some of you are finally aware of what has kept you stuck, what has felt stagnant, and you're using your creative faculties, your spiritual faculties, to turn your back on that stuckness. But don't deny the cosmic pause. The divine is trying to give you a pause. And so let yourself take a break. That way you can receive the fruit of your labor without having to do anything. It's like the stuff, this for some reason feels like the divine is pausing you to so that you can see that you've already planted your seeds. You've tilled the land, you planted the seeds, you watered the seed, you pruned the bush, you've done everything. The divine is now bringing you your harvest. And I think you don't realize that you've already done all this work. Now let the divine do their work. Let the divine do their part and bring you the fruit of your labor. And some of you are like, but I got to keep working. I got to keep planting. I got to keep tilling. I got to keep pruning. I got to keep, blah, blah, blah. You don't have to do shit but breathe and die one day. And I feel like if you don't break out of that mindset of, I've got to do something all the time in order to be valuable, you're going to just keep looping in this cycle that you're not meant to loop in anymore, babe. Like you guys will run yourselves ragged trying to think of the next thing to do, and and it's just binding you. It's blinding you as well. Gemini season wants you guys to sit the fuck down and listen. Listen to your spirit. Talk to the God of your understanding. Get quiet so that you can observe. Like there are some obstacles that are coming up in obstacles that are coming up in Gemini season, and you don't have to do anything. And that's what Gemini season I feel like is teaching you. You don't have to do shit. You've already done it. You've already done the work. Let the divine do their part. All you have to do is listen and get in receptivity mode and ask for the instructions. All right, let me zoom out. This person with Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements, I feel like is not on board, or they're not doing. They're going their own way. They're doing their own thing. They're going in a different direction, and I feel like the more that you chase them, the more you're going to get or feel stuck. Like let them do their own thing for a while. Be careful of tugging on them. That person with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements, I feel like for some reason, I want to say they know exactly what they're doing. I feel like they're focused on their gifts. They're focused on getting what they can get. Some of them may be focused on getting what they can get from you. Um, and if you feel a hesitation, if you feel like you may be getting taken advantage of, or you feel like someone's not appreciative, or somebody starts expecting some shit from you, pull back, pause, skirt, like, if you're dealing with somebody with Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn placements, I feel like they are invested. They are ready. They are in there. Um, I feel like also some of you are dealing with somebody with Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements, and the situation is stuck or looping or going back and forth. There's too much indecision. The blind leading the blind. I just feel like both parties don't know what's happening because they're not seeing the full picture clearly. There's just this like volley, this like going back and forth, you know? So address that. I feel like there is Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. There is this desire or a craving for harmony in regards to your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy. It's like how you move, how you operate, how you take up space, your drive, your motivation. There is a new harmony to attain there, and you're going to have to go to your soul to get that harmony. You're going to have to go to creativity. You're going to have to go to a place of play and sensitivity to get that harmony. And that shit may have you feeling stuck. It may have you feeling hung up. It may have you feeling like what's going on? Why can't I move at the pace that I want to move at? What's happening? Where we've entered spring, and it's like, okay, you've entered spring, but let's learn the lessons. Let's process the lessons from winter and integrate those lessons from winter so that we know how to proceed forward. I feel like also there is a change in how you value yourself. There's a change in your worthiness. There's a change in your standards, the way you enforce boundaries. Some of y'all didn't have any fucking boundaries, and now boundaries are getting established. Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I also feel like there's somebody with Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio placements. Um, that you are stuck on them, or they have you all they have you all up in your head, or you're like, what's going on, can't eat, can't sleep, what's happening here. And I feel like some of you are dealing with a water sign, or a very emotional or creative, or like a plant mama kind of person who a plant parent kind of person who I feel like they know who they are. I feel like they're secure. They mean it. They're sincere. They're in it. They're in it with you. Chill. You know who you are. There may be somebody with Scorpio placements also coming into your life, really calling you out, or ushering in a new kind of like awakening or awareness of some sort. Be sure to check out that Gemini season astrology video. It has all these important astrological transit dates. Gemini season is fucking jam packed with transits and important aspects. So check that out. Like I said before, come join my ethical cult. Patreon.com/JustJEverything. You have to understand you're ruled by Saturn and Saturn goes slow. So I'm trying to encourage you to just like hang on, baby. You're almost there. But I understand that you're tired of waiting. You're tired of feeling stuck and it's dissipating. I promise that it is. I promise. Like I can feel you entering that. Maybe it's Cancer season where you feel like the ready to go, but it's like enjoy the slowness because the rest of us are getting fucking knocked around out here. Like the rest of us are like blinded by the it's like the pace of life is going so fucking fast and you guys have such an opposite experience and I feel like the grass is always greener. You want everything going at lightning pace and I hope that you take the time to appreciate the slow like lazy river that is being ruled by Saturn. It's not a lazy river, but I'm saying the current, the rate which with things change is like a slow lazy river. And it ensures that you get all the wisdom. It ensures you like you don't miss any memos. It ensures that you grow the fuck up and adult and become an example and become this valuable asset to everyone around you. It's like a microwave versus a crock pot, babe. Microwaves are fucking dangerous. Wouldn't you rather be a fucking a crock pot? Oh, now I'm hungry. Like, there's nothing like that slow cooked, like, ooh, a meal that you fucking earned, a meal that marinated. You know what I mean? It's like slow and steady wins the fucking race. That's it. Don't be envious of everybody else's pace. Slow and steady wins the race. I love you. I'll see you over on Patreon, patreon.com/justjeverything. All the links are in the description box below. Come on, let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.